So how do we put DEI committee work into transformative action? How do we sustain the work? As we know, the context for developing a DEI committee, or any formal body focused on DEI efforts, sets an important foundation for the work ahead. It's not uncommon for a group to form in response to an incident or series of incidents that have had a detrimental effect on an organization's climate and culture. When groups are formed under this context, there may be a heightened sense of urgency and a strong focus on addressing particular issues. Frequently, DEI professionals and committee members are brought in to extinguish the immediate fires without addressing the root causes. Productive DEI work should tackle the structural inequities at their core, not just the visible symptoms. Achieving this necessitates a roadmap with clear objectives to ensure that the root causes are being confronted, not just the surface-level harm or urgency. If an organization does not have a roadmap for meeting the intended outcomes or goals, this can break trust even further and demoralize employees who are optimistic about the possibility of change through their organization. Establishing a solid narrative that explains the purpose behind our efforts helps stakeholders translate that narrative into practical actions and a clear path forward in their respective roles and plans. Now, what steps should we take to establish a framework for the DEI committee? In the previous model, we touched briefly on who should be part of the DEI committee and what qualifies committee members. Now we want to emphasize the importance of recruiting DEI committee volunteers. When seeking volunteers, it's essential to choose a diverse group of employees and managers positioned across all organizational levels, including entry, mid-level, and upper management tiers. Extend invitations to individuals from various backgrounds and underrepresented groups to encourage participation. This could involve inviting students to join the committee or including staff members who are often marginalized, such as those in facilities, public safety, and service roles. Avoid the practice of tokenizing groups by having only one representative from the most impacted group. When individuals from marginalized backgrounds are offered a seat at the table solely as tokens, it can lead to demoralization and frustration. Ensure that you have multiple members from different areas to prevent anyone from feeling isolated. When evaluating the diversity of the committee, you can apply Pamela Hayes' addressing framework to ensure that committee members' perspectives are influenced by a diverse blend of cultural and social factors, such as A. Age. D. Disabilities that are developmental. D. Disabilities that are acquired. R. Religion. E. Ethnicity. S. Socioeconomic status. S. Sexual orientation. I. Indigenous heritage. N. National origin. And G. Gender. Including individuals from diverse backgrounds and experiences and considering the factors outlined in the addressing framework will prepare the committee to tackle various DEI challenges that the organization encounters. DEI committee participation should remain voluntary and never mandatory. It's usually the case that those individuals who volunteer to be a part of the committee are more invested in the outcome of the committee than those who may be pressured or required to join the committee. To ensure that the committee is sustainable, it's necessary to secure individual and organizational buy-in. On an individual level, a strategy to gain organizational support is to recognize committee participation as valuable contribution to workplace achievements during employee evaluations and performance reviews. It's important to incentivize the participation and behavior that we value. At the organizational level, it is equally vital to obtain commitment and support for the goals of the DEI committee. Before you can obtain organizational level support, it is essential to clearly articulate a mission statement for the committee. This statement should establish what the purpose of the DEI committee is and how it intends to accomplish it. A DEI mission statement serves as a foundation for fostering trust among your organization, the community, and its leadership, while also aiding in the recruitment of a diverse range of participants. The DEI mission statement will serve as a compass for both the immediate and future objectives of the organization. To set these objectives, the committee may embark on the process of identifying areas of concern. DEI committee goals should adhere to the SMARTY criteria, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, inclusive, equitable. When it comes to creating internal processes that will support the sustainability of the committee should implement procedures for the inclusion or replacement of committee members. You might also contemplate introducing an application system for employees interested in becoming part of the committee. Utilizing an application process can potentially enhance commitment to the committee's DEI objectives. It's important to establish regular meeting schedules and preferred methods of communication. It's also important to ensure that members of the committee have dedicated time within their work schedules to complete committee tasks and objectives. The committee should also develop a shared vocabulary concerning DEI matters. It's crucial for all committee members to possess a shared understanding of the terminology related to diversity, equity, and inclusion to guide their efforts effectively. It's also beneficial to establish clear boundaries for respectful conversations. Diverse viewpoints can lead to valuable discussions and dialogues. Encouraging constructive disagreement and discussion while also recognizing when boundaries have been breached will enable committee members to minimize harm and maintain productive and positive relationships with their colleagues. Furthermore, it's important to designate someone on the committee who is prepared to mediate conflicts when they arise. Relatedly, when engaging in brainstorming and strategic planning, it's essential to incorporate diversity training and high-quality professional learning programs to enhance the racial and cultural fluency of committee members. Including unconscious bias training can assist committee members in recognizing and addressing their biases and prejudices. A successful DEI committee will send ripples through the campus workplace culture. Celebrate yourself, celebrate diversity, and your role in creating an equitable and inclusive workplace.